well.
Beautiful.
This afternoon, the president was a salesman for his favourite businessman.
Wow.
Not just viewing Tesla cars, but buying one as well.
That's beautiful. Who else but this guy would design this, and everybody on the road is looking at it?
This was an opportunity to boost Elon Musk, a central figure in Trump's re-election victory.
As soon as I saw it, I said, that is the coolest design.
And he declared that his tariffs on America's trading partners were a necessary step to reviving the US economy.
We've been treated very unfairly by Canada. We've been treated very unfairly by Mexico. But we've been treated very unfairly by every country all over the world. The European Union is horrible, horrible.
The greatest rupture has been with Canada. A trade war breaking out over steel and aluminium imports and over the supply of electricity. The Premier in the province of Ontario blinking first and promising to visit Washington and to see Donald Trump.
Rather than going back and forth and having threats to each other, we have both agreed, let cooler heads prevail. We need to sit down and move this forward.
But the White House is adding salt to the wound by repeating the outlandish idea that Canada should agree to annexation as proposed by Donald Trump.
He believes that Canadians would benefit greatly from becoming the 51st state of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see?
That has led to understandable fury north of the border. In very public ways, such as Canadians booing the US anthem at sports events.
For the land of the free.
To economic pressure, with a campaign underway to remove American products from the shelves. The incoming Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has made his view crystal clear.
America is not Canada. And Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you, everybody.
Trade policy here has become a story of almost daily whiplash. This morning, Canada was being threatened with a doubling of tariffs on steel and aluminium. Tonight, that apparently has been abandoned. But that uncertainty is rattling neighbours, friends, trading partners, and the markets. Robert Moore, News at 10, Washington.
And Robert is here to talk about the joyful potential prospect of a global recession. How worried are you at this point?
Well, I'm going to talk about something worse than recession in a minute, but let's just start with that issue. It has been an extraordinary rollercoaster. When he was elected, markets soared. Investors thought that we were going to see a boom in America. The last couple of days, we've seen dramatic falls. I would say the risk of recession now is 50-50, but it's absolutely clear that the American economy is slowing down quite fast. The reason for that is, something we've known about from the moment we saw what his policies were, and they are mostly about tariffs, which every person pretty much on the planet, apart from Donald Trump, knows, if implemented, as they are being implemented, put up America's costs, reduce investment, reduce spending power, slow the economy down. That is what we are seeing. The other thing that is massively spooking investors at the moment is Donald Trump is still committed to very big tax cuts. Investors were hoping that Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, would reduce the cost of government very significantly. Elon Musk has caused massive disruption, but actually calculations now for how much are going to be saved are getting smaller and smaller. So the big worry for investors is that they think Donald Trump may have seen that disastrous quasi-Kwarteng Liz Truss experiment here where she funded massive tax cuts by borrowing. And rather than seeing that as a warning, he saw that as a model. And what they're genuinely worried about is slow down. Anyway, it will lead to a bigger deficit. If he does unfunded tax cuts, you will see a deficit of 10% plus, that's borrowing in a single year. At that point, the price of US Treasuries, government bonds, falls dramatically. Confidence in the dollar falls. In the UK case, it was a national fiscal crisis. This would be a global financial crisis. Donald Trump said at the weekend he knows there's going to be disruption, there's going to be pain. That's why investors are scared. First time round, when things started to go wrong, he dropped his more, some would say, absurd policies. This time he appears to be sticking to them, and so the stakes in terms of a global financial crisis are more than small. They are real.